Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to this program of Al Asr, time. Now, by the test of time, man will be able to understand certain aspects and certain things pertaining to truth and falsehood. Really, we find that time is a very serious factor. Time has been stated at different times, of different circumstances, and relating to different situations. Time is considered to be afternoon, which meaning a period. It have literal as well as allegorical meanings and understanding. But in this chapter here, I will recite the Arabic and give the English translation. It's chapter 105, 103 rather. A'udhu billahi minash shaitani rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wal asr innal insana lafi usr illa alladhina amanu wa amilu lis-solihati wa tawasaw bil haqqi wa tawasaw bis sabr. Now, it is in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, by the test of time, surely man is in a state of loss, except those who believe and do good and exhort one another to truth and exhort one another to patience. Now, the time factor determines people's life, livelihood, and with the opportunities that person should not lose or lose in the process of doing good and exhorting others to do good. If person should lose the opportunity at the time, it don't come back. When you get an opportunity again, it might be for something else. That time with the same opportunity do not return. And when that is lost or missed, it is just lost. You have just missed it. You can't go back and find the same opportunity. The situation and everything changes all the time in the universe. As a result, we find ourselves where we are. We can say we are not Guyanese. Yes. Correct. We can say that you can't take bread, you put it in the oven, and when it come out, it's bread. But if you take a fowl and put it in the oven, and if it lay egg or it hatch in the oven, you can't call it bread. Just the same, we have to look at the situation of times. We have to face reality, and that is the truth. The truth is the reality, and that is what you have to believe in. You have to believe in the truth. And what is the truth? What your ancestors have done, yes, they have done. The other people who come after them and do what they have done, yes, it's reality. It's the truth. They have done that. You right now, you can't say my ancestors did this and my ancestors did that and so on. That don't change nothing for you. And those very people that did what they did to you, their ancestors is your ancestors too. Mankind is one family, one nation, one family. Allah said that in the Quran. Your ancestors, my ancestors, the white man ancestors, the East Indian, the Chinese, all the ancestors are the same person's ancestors. Regardless of the pigmentation of your skin or from which geographic boundaries they are, and at what time. They are all your ancestors, the same ancestors. All of our ancestors is the same. We find ourselves in a situation here now. Fine. We can say, well, we are not slaves. We are not children of slaves and all that. Fine. Some people take us and bring us here and make us their slave. All right. We are descendants of kings and queens. Fine. Does kings and queens behave how we behaving? Is that the attitude of kings and queens that we are adopting and practicing? Kings and queens does that? Those people who are kings and queens now, they were not kings and queens. They borrow it from another people who were kings and queens. And those people's children and descendants behaving like their subjects. So they automatically make them their kings and queens. So they have to serve them. And the Creator says, He do not change the condition of a people unless they make effort to change the condition for themselves. Those people who override whichever people, they made an effort to change the condition for themselves, and they were successful in that. If they weren't successful, how come we are just how we are and obeying them instead of the Creator? Obeying and following all kind of Nancy story instead of the teachings of the prophets. Whatever is the pigmentation of the prophets and the people of which time and what time, that's not important now. What change can that bring in your lives? The Creator say, He is who appoint rulers. It's in the Bible and it's in the Quran. Nobody can become ruler on you just like that. It's impossible. He has absolute power. He appoints ruler. And He say, He never give a people a ruler that they do not deserve. Are you questioning the Creator? Do you know more than Him? You have any power, authority in respect or in contravention of His? Have you people, or all of us that talk in all sorts of things, have we ever created a fly or an ant? Are we condemning the Creator? We should examine ourselves. We should think different. behave different, obey the Creator, follow the teachings of the prophets which He has sent. Don't follow the President of America and the emissaries in Britain or Rome. You're obeying them and their doctrines. I'm not the Creator. You're going according to them. You're measuring the standards of people according to their dictates and not the Creator. Man has found himself in a state of loss over the period. It's not to say who you were and who was this and who was that. What you are now. Look, we have a simple situation right here in Guyana. And we should look at this very, very serious. Look in the banks. Who is the tellers? Who is the bankers? Look who is the customers. Look in the stores. Who is the owners? Who are the businessmen? Who are the customers? In every aspect. Look in the schools. Who is the teachers? Who is the students? Look in the building arena. Who are the contractors? Who are the builders? Who are the workers for those builders? Look, the whole Caribbean. All those small countries. Who is far above and gone ahead of Guyana? Who built them? Who built every building? Who do all their developments? Who did it? Look, Europe, Britain, same America, Canada. Is it not this Guyanese? The children from us who went there and do what they did to build them? All those countries? And building the other countries around us? Is not our people doing it? Anybody do anybody anything? We same people that harping on this, right? Yes, there is some kind of racial, ethnic thing and so on in Guyana. Yes, I know. I live here. I born here. I knows that. But the people that harping on this, regardless of what kind of false history or however they put it, what I am saying here is the naked truth. When those indentured persons came here, not one was a skilled laborer, not even one. They were all unskilled laborers, knew nothing. India didn't claim them, even Pakistan. Now religion, nothing was with them. They didn't come here following no religion, with no skill. They didn't have ethics. When they came here, the very people that harping and talking teach them everything. How to walk, sleep, eat, wear clothes, how to speak, every single thing. All the trades they know, all the knowledge, the education is there, teach them. The white man did not teach them that. If the white man teach an Indian to speak, he would speak. You hear how the Indian accent when they learn from England, or the white man how they speak. Does the Indians in Guyana speak like that? The Indians in Guyana speak Awi and Ayo because it's the same children of the former slaves teach them. They speak like them right on to this day. While with the test of time, the descendants from those same freed slaves speak like the white man and laugh and condemn the Indians who learn from them. And we find ourselves in the plight which we are in. We teach them everything, even how to speak, and we're laughing at them. Go in Barbies, go on the East Coast, hear how the East Indians speak there. That is how the freed slaves taught them to speak. That's how they used to speak. They now change and speak like the white man. They scramble like the story of the dog on the bone. They scramble at the shadow and leave the bone. And these people hold to the bone. So they have the material. And you have the shadow. By the test of time. You have to believe in truth to prosper. If you don't believe in truth, you will not prosper. You have to face the reality. Don't blame people and blame this and blame that and blame that. Blame ourselves. We have to change the way we think, and we will change the way we behave. I want to share this knowledge and understanding with you. May Allah give the rewards to the persons who teach me and those who teach me. And may you all reflect on it and try to understand what happens with the test of time. Nobody can hold back truth. It's impossible. With the test of time, it could only last for a while. Please try to understand this, what I'm saying. Listen carefully. If you have a pail of water, let us say you have a whole barrel of water. You take a cork, you tie it down, and put it at the bottom of that water. Listen carefully. Try to understand what I'm saying to you. You take a piece of lead, you tie it, and let the lead just tip the water, just touching the water. And it's extended by what is tying it. And it is left there. If that is left there for a long period of time, there will be changes from erosion, all sorts of things. Both will go through changes. Let us go further. Let it be a pond out there. that is exposed to the universe. You have the cork tied at the bottom, and you have the extended lead. Let us go for hundreds of years. Let us go to thousands of years. Something is going to happen. It's inevitable what the end result will be. Erosion, all sorts of things, will cause the thing that hold that lead to loose up, and the lead will fall down at the bottom of that pond. The same process that will take on the cork that tied at the bottom too. And when all the erosion and all the thing take place, that cork will float up to the top of that pond. So truth will survive while falsehood will perish. It's just a matter of time. The test of time will bring the truth, and you have to believe in the truth to prosper. As Allah had said in the Quran, when truth comes, falsehood will perish. Falsehood is a perishing thing. We have to accept reality. It is the naked truth. It is over the test of time that the freed Africans in Guyana find themselves in the position where they find themselves in respect of the indentured children. It's the test of time. And as Allah has said in the Quran, surely man is in a state of loss, except those who believe and do good and exhort others to truth and exhort others to patience. Those people have exercised patience. They get the rewards of that. While the other people, we didn't show patience. We get hastily and running for this, running for that, while they exercise patience over the years. And they're successful on you. You know, yesterday I was speaking to my little son. I was speaking to him. He's 8 years old. And till it got very late, I didn't even realize it. He went home. He does not live with me. And he had called me back later on and asked me on the phone to talk to him some more about the things which I was telling him. Now, we had some discussions concerning his life and the future and with the test of time. And he was saying what he will do, this, that, and what have you. We go through some discussions, and I had pointed out this to him. where at, I'm saying this thing because I want this people to understand, and I hope that they would be able to benefit from it. I felt that maybe some of my children didn't get all the teachings from me at the right time. Now, I had explained to him, you see some old photographs of me. Now, where I had become a millionaire at 40. So he was saying, well, he will have to do the same thing. And I stopped him. I said, no. You can't aspire to be a millionaire at 40. You want to train, you want to learn and be like me. You got to be better than me. Then when you have to be a millionaire? You see, about 20, then about 1920, I said yes. And I set him a task to be a teenage millionaire. Now, there is a difference in getting money and keeping money. Getting money is not the problem. It's keeping it is the problem. If you check a lot of the people around the place in poverty, they have gotten millions of dollars or more, in excess of a million. Nearly all the people in poverty, check them and let them see you and tell you the different money they had. And add it up and see if they're millions, all kind of thing. And they're in poverty suffering. They get money, but keeping the money, you have to be able to keep a million, the excess of a million, to be a millionaire. Not getting it. And when to get the money is one thing, and you don't go working to get money for that goal, if you go working to get that money, you will continue to work. You can get old and gray, you can dead, you can continue to work, you can get it. Or you got to think about doing some strange, unlawful, unholy thing to get it. What you have to do, you got to learn the art of war. Now, you have to let money work for you, and you're going to get it. Let the money, when you go and get the money, let the money work for you, and you will get there. And any child, take this advice. Have to get there. If what I'm saying here now, the young people in Guyana here now, take that advice, I guarantee by the next 10 years, 20 years, Guyana got a whole set of teenage millionaires. A whole host of teenage millionaires will come here. have to change your lifestyle. The same thing goes along with even worship, with your belief. With the Creator. In respect of your ancestors. In respect of your administration. In the times in which you live. Right now in Guyana here, people might say all sorts of things, but they fear the administration. They fear the police and the courts and the magistrate more than the Creator. The reality is that they obey those laws, rules, and regulations which is contrary and contravening the laws of the Creator and the universe and the prophets. And they're happy to do it. Then you want the Creator to have mercy on you. When you decide that your choice is these lords and not the Creator, you position yourself like that. You train your children to obey them and not the Creator. You only talking lip service and got them read Bible, read Quran, this, that, and what? But look at your attitudes, your deeds. It's like a computer. What you put in is what you get out. Exhort others in goodness and truth. Don't exhort others in evil and falsehood and expect to get the results of the righteous. Do you think the Creator is a plaything? You come from Walt Disney, that you are smarty and cunny and all these things? Do you think that that story that they already is written, that with Jacob and his wife and with the son and change the son and the next one get the blessing from Jacob and so on? Now, does people be able to smart the Creator like that? He don't have knowledge. These simple little things are serious things. It's like you're making a comedian out of the Creator. The all-knower. Come on. Let us get serious and help to get ourselves out of this plight we're in. It's a plight. Don't let us harp on things that will put more stress on us. When you have stress, I know what I'm saying to you. At the time when I was going through some of those stress things, right, I didn't know really what these stresses do. It's still later on as my knowledge and soul get widened, then I realized what had happened to me then. It interferes with your brain cells. It don't develop. It kills some of your brain cells too. And interfere and retard the way you think. Stop stressing. Avoid stress. so that your brain cells will not be killed. Use less alcohol, or don't use none, so your brain cells can develop. No alcohol don't remedy nothing in your body. Don't let people tell you stupid thing. It damages your brain cell. It kills it. Stress does that too. Your brain cells cannot develop. And the more you put yourself in this oppression, you're going to be retarded, and you're going to leave yourself in a subhuman bondage in the universe, not only in Guyana. You will automatically begin suffering from an inferiority complex. To all people, you might even have an inferiority complex to the animals. You see this cartoon thing where there's a show concerning them animals? I just watch this thing. But man is drifting to that. He is going to put himself under the animals. You see, I was talking last week about this pit bull. There was a few terms, a few things I used when I was checking back this tape. I get to understand some things, you know, that maybe some persons didn't understand. Some terms I use and some things which I say, they didn't understand clearly. That pit bull situation that I used, pit bull is not a dog. That is why all over Europe and North America, they're trying to kill them and get rid of them. That is dog. It's like the mule. It's dog and tiger cross. That is why the jaws are so strong. There's the power of the tiger. And it could trip anytime. And they become afraid of it now. They're getting rid of them, and the people in Guyana are trying to rear them. The orthodox thing I was talking about, you have different orthodox, yes, you can hear Orthodox Christian, Orthodox Catholic, Orthodox Anglican. That is, they take their own subdivision. I am speaking about orthodox from the Creator and the prophets. And you have, with the test of time, inside of Europe, inside of England, you have a set of people who is not black skin, from their same set of people that do not obey them right on to today, and fight, destroy, blow up. They were considered the most terrorist people in the world. The Protestants, they refuse to accept Britain and the laws. They refuse to go with those laws. They know it is not the Creator, and they refuse. Till they set up their own administration, they fight, they blow up and kill and carry on all the time till the United Nations all have to accept them just as it is. They become millions now. Right in England. Why can't we decide, like Mark was saying, Why can't we decide to live our own life and do things according to our own intent and purposes? Why can't we put away those laws and rules and regulations for our lives and use the ones from the Creator and the prophets? Why we can't do that? Who is stopping us from doing that? Why are we training our children in the other way? Isn't that rebellious to the Creator? And what is rebellious to the Creator? Satanic! With the test of time, all these things happen. The metamorphosis with the changes and so on. Let us try to change the way we think, the way we behave, and let us seek to move forward. Let us seek to move in the right direction. Let us start over. It's not too late. No matter how old you are, you can change and start over now, and you can get there. Operator, let me open the lines here now, man. The lines are now open, so let us interact. Assalamu alaikum.
Good morning. I'm calling from Burpees. I'd like to know when I could reach you.
You'd like to know?
When I could reach you.
Well,
It's something very important. They can't discuss over here.
okay. Tomorrow, 1 o'clock.
No.
1 o'clock at Almond and Ornock Street.
Albert and Arnold.
Almond and Ornock. They have a masjid there.
This is Albertown.
Queenstown, Almond and Ornock Street, right at the corner.
Okay, my dear. Thank you. Have a blessed day.
Okay, thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Yes, greetings. Good morning. Yeah, I didn't come in at the beginning, only after about 10 minutes. I don't know what your topic was, if you had a particular topic. But I know that you hit everything on the head. You hit the nail on the head. And you were dealing with finances, our situation. And our problem is that we have a whole heap of recent leadership who play pauper. And it's a syndrome in black society that everyone now plays pauper. We never have money. We live like slaves. You know slaves don't got money.
Yeah.
You said you were kings. How could we be living like how we live when we're supposed to be kings? They don't think like kings anymore. Because kings have money, kings have riches, kings have land.
That's right.
But everybody thinks like a slave, like a pauper.
Yeah.
You ask African to support this, it is his thing to support African people, you know. It ain't a show, it ain't a this, it ain't a that. You know?
Yeah.
But you had got on the latest boots, the latest this, but to support his own thing, something to benefit his and his children and his grandchildren and his generations. He never has money. So this is what's called paying pauper. And the leaders are who are doing it. They never had no money, and I'm a man that deals directly with my situation in Guyana, you know. The leaders in Congress Place never have money. They have a whole big headquarters to organize black people. We have no bank. 20-some, how much years after Burnham? We don't have a bank when Burnham built 5-6 banks, including Bank of Guyana.
They don't even have a school.
One banker, one economist.
They don't even have a school. They don't even have a kindergarten or even a play school.
Like they're teaching black people properly.
Yeah.
You know, these things that we speak about. Kindergarten or adult class. This is our problem. Our problem is directly leadership, and that's the only thing I talk about. I really don't talk about the ordinary people. They're the ones who don't have the money. But the ones who have the money, all these lawyers and all them, who live in now for black people committing crime. It's okay if black people commit crime, we make money. That's why I refuse to be a liar. A liar. I decide to be a truther. Teach truth to black people. Africa never jail and police and lawyer business. It's the king himself alone. The cases were so few that he could go around and deal with the cases, right, when he's passing through. This is how it was. But the Europeans make this system now of crime. Crime is what runs the world. They commit crimes all the time, make people commit crimes, put countries and societies in places of a criminal activity. That's the only thing could go on around. And then they make jail and police and from the time you were made into a criminal society, well, then you can be controlled.
That's right.
And this is what situation we are. And our leadership, they don't even discuss with people like me. I have never had a conversation with any leadership, African leadership in this country. Right? And I'm here 14 years, 15 years back. And I have engaged them on conversations just like this. But what? It stops short there in the 2 minutes. It's 2-minute conversation is got with them. And then they bypass what you say. We do not have a bank. How many years after Burnham died? Since 1985. 20-something years. We don't have a bank. What leadership do we have? I told them since 2003 that they're jokers.
Okay, Mark.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Assalamu alaikum.
Good morning to you, sir. I sit and I was listening to your program all morning, and I'm so happy about what you have taught us as black people. Because as the young man just said, that concerning these things that they're saying that we are paupers and where the riches goes. Because when I looked at a case I have with my grandson right now in court, 9 years old, and the lawyer is just grabbing this money and is just sinking this little child along with his mother. And I asked myself, where is child protection care? Where are we heading towards black people? I said it is so sad. Until this morning I was talking to Allah and I said, Allah, you be the judge in this situation of this child. Because the mother is an Indian, the lawyer is an Indian, and he's just grabbing this money just to sink this child. So I thank you for your word that you gave me this morning of encouragement, and I'll hold fast on Allah's word. Thank you very much and have a blessed day.
Yeah, turn down your television, please. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
May all praises be to Allah.
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum.
Hi, shalom, brother. Good morning.
Yeah.
I think this morning you have hit the nail on the head at every point you raise and so. I think because of our distraction, disobedience, we have been relegated to basic consumer. We consumed everything everybody manufacture, and we're servant to everybody who are manufacturing. After that, we are almost a custodian of the prisons. If we in garden, we self inside, we are outside guarding our brothers, or we'll take up residence there. And the thing is that no one will educate us and show us that we are the roots of this place. We are the people who midwife the birth of everybody else. We forget that we were the midwives and nobody will remind us of that. You know, and when we might be given a brother Moses, like Burnham, we castigate him, we get rid of him, and what to replace him with? And a new slave master with the similar ideas and intentions and everything of it. So we go on back into another stage of slavery, from ABC to primary to high. You know, and that's what the circle we're going in, and we're doing nothing to help our children and our future grandchildren and so on to come out of it. So we're in that mess, and we're not coming up with our own ideas or anything like that. I think we have to even, sometimes it bothers me That we ain't even taking pattern from nobody. Because if we take pattern from the Chinese, we'll see the Chinese depends on anybody for anything.
That's right.
The Chinese don't even talk.
That's right.
They don't even protest.
They just do what they know they got to do.
Right. You could make black pudding, your phone, you could make it as cheap as possible. He ain't buying
They're
it.
not interested in it.
He ain't coming near it. The children going to go to school with you children and they'll see it, they'll smell it. You put the best seasoning on it.
Yeah, they don't have no time with that.
It didn't exist. It don't exist. Only he chow mein exists.
Yeah.
You know, and we just lost right now. We are, as a matter of fact, we in such a state that we are our number one problem.
That's right.
We are our number one obstacle. Despite what we say, what we do, we aiding and betting everybody to help to keep us in slavery.
That's right.
We are the number one promoters of our situation. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. May all praises be to Allah. That the woman that calling there earlier before this caller, it touched my heart. I don't know the woman, I know she's situation, none but what that woman said there is really, it really touched me, because I know when I was a child, a terrible situation had happened where, Assalamu alaikum.
Okay. The last brother just speak. I am very much appreciative of what he had to say, and he is spot on the target. But whilst he is spot on the target, it is for each and every one of us to open our eyes. And as you, my brother, who profess to be Islam, and to open your eyes, would you now give a comment, as I have just looked at a clip on the air whereby the African man is saying that those people who are invading Mali are clear-skinned Arabs. The fact remains that our lands are Arab lands, are rich lands, so that everybody wants a cut and a piece. Now, I would want to hear your comments on relations to the invasion of the Islamists into African territory.
All right, thank you. Listen, I have a short time here now. I got signal there just now. But in that respect, with whether Islamists, they call people whatever. Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah, Assalamu alaikum. I just want to tell the brother that the final war is ethnic war. It is not religious.
Yeah.
It is not.
Yeah.
So, brothers being in Islam, I support Farrakhan 100%. I don't care what religion. If you understand where you come from, because me and the person in Islam, in whatever they in, came from the same place. We were living together, our ancestors. We are part of one another directly than any.
Yeah, these things just divide us.
Exactly.
And it brings a disunity among us.
Exactly.
And persons want we to be like this, so we cannot unite.
We have to be wiser than religion.
Yeah.
Wiser than religion. Thank you very much.
Okay. Yes. In respect of the persons, we call them whatever, the situation in Mali, if you can remember, when we had the non-aligned conference here, and the leader from Mali came here. He came and landed at the airport here barefoot. He come in his full tradition. That is how he behaved at that time. He was not obeying France and obeying anybody. The people moving there with the whatever, France believe they have transport for those people in Mali. Just like how Britain and America believe they had transport for the people in Guyana. One time the Dutch think they had transport, the French all think they had transport here. The Spanish all. Everybody think they have transport for we people. So they just do them anything. This ain't got nothing to do with Islam and Christianity and all this kind of thing. Everybody believe that they got a transport for we. And we have to put a stopping to that. This kind of makwar, bully thing, I know it. I was a ghetto boy. I grew up. I born in Albistown. I grew up in Lodge and in this housing scheme and so on. I know it good. A group of us, I'll give you this quick. A group of us used to carry on. We is one. And we got different people we defending. And we send the next one for assault, the next one or do them anything. They got to come back and complain. When they complain, it's the same we. And it's the same set of we used to get them the pay we are kind of thing for protect them. And it's one set of people doing the same thing to all of them. And that is what's going on in a bigger scale in the world right now. So, it is not that, it's not no Islam or Christianity or Hinduism or anything. Now, I would have to close off now, right? But I'll be right here next week. And I hope that all praises go to the Creator. I am just the medium. It's not that I know everything. The Creator just used me to get the message to you. It's the Creator want to guide you people. It's not me. It's the Creator want you to get that knowledge and get out of what you're in. He only used me as the medium to get it to you. That's all. It's not me. I is not know all. All the praises must go to the Creator. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah.